Welcome to Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
And good morning, Keys. It is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5. The talk of the Keys. Good morning to you. We've got another warm one, as is to be expected, but we're going to get up to about 90 degrees for today. We'll have your complete forecast here in just a moment. Let's get to some results so far from the Supervisor of Elections office. As of, let me see. Well, we are on the 14th of August, just updating because it is, okay, got it. August 18th. They're listing that because that's the primary election day. All right, I was a little confused there. Today is the 14th, so let's go over the numbers as they exist right now. As of 8 o'clock this morning, the 14th, we've got vote by mail respondents, 6,089 to date have returned their vote by mail. Early voting as of yesterday, last night, 3,020. That gives us a percentage turnout in the county, 16.65%. Unofficial voter turnout so far, 9,093 votes is what we're looking at out of a potential of 54,625. As you may have heard, also, there will be a delay in the reporting of election results on Election Day, primary Election Day, which will, again, be the deciding day of many of the races in the county. All but maybe one or two will be decided on Tuesday. We will have those results for you live on the air on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the Talk of the Keys. We'll also be collaborating and joined by Joe Moore from US1 Radio. A friend of ours, he'll be there alongside, and it'll be carried on his radio station as well. And then we have Todd German from Hometown, and John Bardis, a longtime political, operative. I wouldn't say that. He's been a politician. He's been a leader in Marathon, now the city administrator for Key Colony Beach, the village of Key Colony Beach, and he'll be joining us as well for that live coverage. Could be a little extended that night because, as mentioned, there's some technology changes. AT&T has removed some of the antiquated copper lines from the different precincts where people are eligible and able to vote on Tuesday. That caused a little bit of a stir because that is how they typically had transmitted their returns from all the outlying precincts to the regional supervisor of election offices. Well, in order to ensure the security and accuracy of all of our votes and to make sure that nothing can be tampered with, our supervisor of elections office and supervisor herself made the determination that what has been put in replacement of those copper lines is inadequate to allow that and ensure that security, because they would be on the internet for even a brief period of time, which creates a security concern. Therefore, they're going to be hand couriering the results to the regional supervisor election offices that night. They will be in sealed containers and driven under secure conditions to the actual regional offices, thereby then transmitting those results to the general supervisor elections headquarters for them to be tabulated, and then returns are available. So it could be a little longer this time around for election night to have the results able to be read and transmitted live on the air. So that's the whole lowdown on all of that, but there's already technology being put in place and ordered and the like to make sure that the general election does not have these delays. But that is the statement from the supervisor of elections office. That's what we're looking at for Tuesday. So plenty of time for conversation during that live election coverage on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the Talk of the Keys, and also accompanying coverage on the other radio stations as well. So that'll be a fun night. It is 8:12 now. Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the Talk of the Keys. We'll return with more of Good Morning Keys in just a moment.
Hey Key West, Dan Hughes here from historic Pepe's Cafe and Two Friends. Summer specials are here and there's one number to remember, 1995.
1995.
A summer breakfast, lunch, or dinner menu with a real drink, mimosa for breakfast or something stronger for lunch and dinner for 1995.
1995.
And desserts included. And Pepe's Happy Hour is now 1 to 6 p.m. More than I love Key West history. And we ain't done yet. Happy summer 2026.
1995.
Hi friends, AJ King here with Kia of Key West. August is here and there's no better time to upgrade your ride before the busy fall season. The all-new Kia K4 delivers bold styling, advanced technology, impressive fuel efficiency, and a comfortable interior that's built for every drive. Whether you're headed back to school, back to work, or just getting ready for something new, the Kia K4 gives you premium features without the premium price. Make this August the month that you drive home in your brand new Kia K4. Come visit us at 2826 North Roosevelt Boulevard or visit us at KiaKeyWest.com. Come see why Kia and the Keys just go together.
For more than 75 years, the Florida Keys Mosquito Control District has helped protect our communities from mosquitoes and mosquito-borne disease. Hi, this is Chad with Florida Keys Mosquito Control, reminding you that the summer mosquito season is here. Daily rains can create standing water around homes, while high tides and wetlands can produce large numbers of aggressive salt marsh mosquitoes across the Florida Keys. That's why FKMCD uses science-based surveillance, larviciding, and targeted treatments to control mosquitoes and help protect public health and quality of life. You can help too by dumping standing water around your property, covering containers that collect rainwater, and using insect repellent when spending time outdoors. As always, Florida Keys Mosquito Control is here to help when you need us. Visit keysmosquito.org for more or call us 305-292-7190. That's 305-292-7190.
Good morning, Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
And good morning, Keys. Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5. The talk of the Keys. And good morning to you. We are looking at a warm day. Once again, it is going to be up to 92 degrees, 86 is the start for us right now. We're going to say good morning to Greg Sullivan. He is running for City Commissioner, District 5. And good morning to you, Greg.
Good morning, Michael, and good morning to all your listeners. How are everything today?
Everything is good. It's been a busy week, and I just was giving the election numbers so far as numbers of return vote by mail and the percentage turnout so far. Overall, 16.65%, according to the Supervisor of Elections office. 3,020 people have voted early. But we do need to emphasize a couple of points in that regard. Saturday is the last day to vote with early voting at the Supervisor Elections Office. That's point number one.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's today and tomorrow from 8:30 to 5. And for, down in Key West, it's the Junior College Road office. Mm-hmm. They have one in Big Pine. They have the Supervisor Elections Office in Marathon, one in Key Largo, and then the Plantation Key in Islamorada you can vote. But also just want to mention, as you and I were chatting, that this election will be decided this Tuesday. So a lot of folks think, oh, well, it's November, and we got to get the word out. And I can't thank you enough for getting this on the air that, please vote because 18th is it. And it's an open election. So it doesn't matter what party you're with or not, you can vote.
Mm-hmm. Very important. Yes, it doesn't matter what party you've declared. You can vote in this election for District 5. Is it true, though, that just District 5 residents are able to vote for your seat?
Yes. So in the city of Key West, the mayor is voted upon at large. And in the districts, you obviously have to live in your district to run, but you can only vote. So every district has a different ballot. Someone called me and they said, hey, did you drop out? And I said, no, what district you live in? They're like, oh, I live in District 2. I said, well, then those folks that are running in District 2 are on your ballot and I'm not, and vice versa. So just want to clarify that. But so in the city, every district has a different ballot for the city votes.
Okay. Greg Sullivan, he's running for District 5 City Commissioner. Again, early voting going on now through Tuesday. It is now through Tuesday in general, but it's early voting. It does end this Saturday. Vote by mail. You must get that in as soon as possible by Tuesday, of course, and then day of voting is happening, of course, on the Tuesday. So this race will be decided as of Tuesday. It's not a primary. It really is the election for your seat.
Yeah, the only city race, actually, in all of Monroe County, there's only one race that has 3 folks running, and that's District 4 in the city.
Mm-hmm.
But all the county races, all the judge races, all the school board races, all the Keys Energy races, along with the city commissioners, myself and District 2, will be decided, as well as the mayor, will be decided Tuesday evening.
Yes, Greg Sullivan, he's running for City Commissioner, District 5, Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the Talk of the Keys. So you do know this process pretty well, serving the city for 32 years in a variety of capacities, including the head of waste management here in our region. But also you've been serving on a lot of different boards and volunteer capacities, et cetera. And talk a little bit about your experience here in the Keys and how that relates to your skill set in terms of a potential commissioner for the city.
Well, thank you, Michael. Yeah, so I've been in Key West serving a little over 30 years, close to 32. And what I can bring to the commission is a lot of, obviously, historical ideas of things that will work and won't work. I've worked through every hurricane through out the city, and it's important that once we have a hurricane, we need to work together, get ourselves back on track, get our folks back working, get our stores open, get our city cleaned up, and work with the county, the state, the federal government, the military. Make sure that everyone's pulling on the rope the same way so we can get back on our feet. And there's a lot of moving parts, and a lot of people, don't understand all the mechanics of that. Yeah. So that's one thing. The other thing is, I want to spend our money wisely. My saying is, what do you want to have? What do you have to have? And what can we afford to have? So when we look at things with those 3 questions posed, I think we'll come out to a favorable decision and, keep everyone informed as to what we're doing. I'm also going to ask that we maybe change our commission meetings back to a 5 o'clock start so that residents can come to it, because obviously with the meeting at 9 o'clock in the middle of the day, like yourself, you're working. So, do you take the day off? Do you go to the meeting? What do you do? So, I think the evening meetings will serve our residents better.
Greg Sullivan running for District 5 City Commission on Good Morning Keys. And as far as your business experience, how many employees do you actually manage at Waste Management?
I have 91 folks that I work with down here. Wow. To serve the Keys. Yeah. And again, with my job, there is no tomorrow. Everything needs to get done today. So, I want to bring that sense of get things done in a timely manner. I'm not a big proponent of expensive studies. I want to listen to what the people want. My goal would be to have some community meetings on Higgs Beach, get input from everyone. We don't need to hire a consultant for $1 million. We need to hear from the people and spend that $1 million on making things better. If it's going to be a tennis court, a pickleball court, a playground for the children, a dog park, any of the above.
Yeah. Well, and Greg, I mentioned the number of employees just because I am sure that each and every day you hear from your employees about their challenges as far as cost of housing. And that is something that you've talked about, many people have talked about in the community, but that's something that you kind of deal with on a daily basis, trying to help your employees navigate that.
Well, absolutely right. And I understand what it's like to have employees and how that you have to work with them so they can afford to live here and get them, proper pay. Something else I'm going to work on, and I've spoke to our property appraiser, Scott Russell, is a possibility that second homes that are rented out to workforce may be able to get some type of tax relief, because right now they are taxed full boat as if they were a business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
So that savings could be passed along, and hopefully what it would do is it would maybe pose the question to some folks like, do I want to do a vacation rental or do I want to rent out to a family? And, if we can get some of those houses back in the family working mode and not the vacation rental mode, I think that's a plus.
Yeah. And there are some affordable housing opportunities right in District 5. District 5, which you hope to represent, does have some unique assets in it. One is now Higgs Beach, that is now under the direction and ownership of the city, and the other, the Casa Marina region. Talk about a couple of the opportunities maybe that exist in District 5, given that.
Yeah, well, Higgs Beach, I think, along with getting Higgs Beach, the city received just under $4 million in various funds to make some repairs that are needed there. So once those funds come to the city, those projects are going to be started immediately, which is great. And then I spoke to our lobbyist, and there's an opportunity for us to get some grant money and further improve Higgs Beach without any tax burden to our local residents.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Greg Sullivan, running for our City Commission, District 5 on Good Morning Keys. And then as far as transparency and accessibility, that kind of thing, a lot of people in the political arena do talk about that. How about you? I would assume that you're pretty accessible. We see you out and about everywhere. That certainly would be part of your plan.
I'm an open book, and I believe that questions should be answered. I know that the city works real hard to get the message out, and we can use different types of media. And again, moving the meetings to later in the day, I think will give folks the opportunity to come to the meetings. And I know there's been discussion about speakers, and I believe that the commission has made those adjustments so speakers can be heard on particular items as they come up, as opposed to only being able to speak at the beginning or the end.
Yes.
Because I believe it's important that we have discussion on an item live, so that, maybe the resident has a really great idea or valid point that needs to be heard.
Yes. Well, again, it's Greg Sullivan. He's running for City Commission, District 5, City of Key West. Early voting going on now through Saturday at 5 p.m. You need to do that for the city races at the Supervisor of Elections offices. That is on Stock Island on College Road. And as well, you can get your early voting done by returning your vote by mail ballot to the same location. And then we will have voting all day on Tuesday. So, Greg, what other messaging would you like to relay to potential voters here this morning?
Just to remind everybody again, this is your opportunity. Please get out there, let your voice be heard. And as you just mentioned, early voting is today and tomorrow till 5 out on Junior College Road. And then Tuesday, you can go to Junior College Road, or District 5 is the high school. So, and that's open from 8 till 7 o'clock.
Yes.
So please, exercise your opportunity to be heard.
Well, the high school's a great precinct. No excuse about having a lack of parking there as far as not voting. So you should be able to get in and out of there on Tuesday as well. But early voting is an even better idea. So, and Greg, I want to thank you for your years of community service and commitment as well. Is it 30 years with Sunrise Rotary or close to it?
Yes. I got a surprise award about 3 weeks ago. Our president, Katie, quizzed everybody, and she started off like, what were you doing 30 years ago? AOL just came out and different things, and you've got mail. And she goes, and 30 years ago, Greg Sullivan joined Sunrise Rotary. So that was a pretty proud moment.
Yes.
I've always loved serving the Rotary. Key West has 3 Rotaries: Sunrise, Noon, which is one of the original clubs from back in the early 1900s,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Sunset Club, and we all work together. And one of the reasons for the different times is, I'm a morning person, so mornings work great for me. If you're can't make the mornings, you maybe make the noon or the evening. So I just proud to be a Rotarian.
Well, thank you. Yes, service above self. I'm a board member of the Noon Club as well. So we appreciate your service.
Right.
Yes, and so many other capacities that you've served our community on boards, a number of different ways that you've given back. And you're looking to make a further commitment by running for City Commissioner District 5. So, Greg, and I know that you've got the website online. Any other thoughts as far as people wanting to learn more or reach out?
Well, I'm available through the website. My phone number is 797-3355. A lot of folks have it. And, my phone is never turned off, so it might be on silent if I'm in a meeting.
Yep.
But, feel free to call or text. And if I don't know the answer, I will certainly help find it.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you once again for being here this morning. We appreciate your time. We know it's very valuable. We'll let you get back to a busy Friday. It is refuse pickup in our neighborhood as well. So business calls, I'm sure.
All right.
We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, listeners. All right. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. Greg Sullivan, candidate for City Commission District 5, City of Key West, Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5. The Talk of the Keys. We return with more of Good Morning Keys in just a moment.
Right now, there's a critical need for foster parents in the Florida Keys. If you can offer love and support to a child or sibling group, you can be a foster parent. Wesley House Family Services' next foster parent training classes begin August 25th and are offered online via Zoom. If you've ever thought about fostering, now is the time. It only takes one caring adult to make a difference in a child's life. Call Amy Eichen at 305-809-5020 or visit wesleyhouse.org to learn more. Step back in time. Step back into Old Town. Step into Old Town Bakery with fresh baked treats like pastries, cookies, brownies, and fresh breads made every morning. Enjoy hot and cold delicious ground coffee always brewing and handcrafted breakfast and lunch sandwiches made to order on oven fresh breads. And now Old Town Bakery features spinach mushroom feta quiche and ham and cheese quiche, delectable for breakfast or lunch by the slice. Get a whole quiche pie by ordering in-store with 24 hours advance notice. And enjoy new cream-filled croissants with chocolate or vanilla filling and award-winning fresh baked pies, including their key lime pie, voted the best in the Keys. Pick up their unique Old Town Bakery t-shirts for a friend or yourself and give the gift of deliciousness with a gift card available for purchase in-store. And their catering menu is available to make that next event memorable. Old Town Bakery on the corner of Eaton and Grinnell. Stop in or order online. OldTownBakeryKeyWest.com.
Hey folks, summer's here and the deals are hot at Key West Toyota. We've got a huge selection of trucks, new Tacomas and Tundras with great deals, all backed by our local deal match guarantee that can't be beat. So come see the people you know, like, and trust on the Boulevard or at KeyWestToyota.com. We've got the keys.
Everything you need is here at Keys Auto Center.
This is Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
Good morning, Keys. Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5. The Talk of the Keys, 86 degrees currently. 91 will be your high. 20% chance of a shower or a thunder shower, but just a slight chance for that. Tonight, the low of 82, 50% chance of rain or a shower, thunder shower as well. Tomorrow, 40% chance of that. Sunday clears right up, 90 degrees and sunny. So that will be good for us all. And again, we are now in the third full day of school for Monroe County school students. So please be careful on the roadways. Buses are out en masse. The school zones are fully in effect. So please pay attention as you're commuting this morning. We're going to say good morning to Kerry Baker, Executive Director of the Key West Chamber of Commerce. Good morning to you, Kerry. How are you?
Good morning, Michael. How are you?
I am doing well. It's a beautiful day again, and we're happy to have you here. We're starting to get into the fall season with the start of school, even though it's still officially summer. But the Key West Chamber of Commerce is very involved with our education community and supporting our school district and the personnel within. Let's talk about that because teacher recognition is one of the things that we're launching and looking for once again through the Chamber of Commerce. I know you constantly do recognize teachers, provide assets and resources for them and their students, but talk specifically about the teacher recognition initiative right now.
Absolutely. So I think everyone knows, especially if you live in the lower keys, you definitely know school's back in session with the traffic. But school started this past Wednesday, and one of the things that the teacher does through the chamber does through its 5-star program is we honor 25 teachers throughout our local community here in Key West. So whether it's through the Monroe County School District, our charter schools, private schools, the Basilica, CFK out at the college, we recognize 25 individuals, and that is done through the generosity of the members of the Greater Key West Chamber of Commerce and the business community. So we look for donations. Businesses can donate 25 gift certificates that have a minimum value of $25, or they can provide a service or a product. Some people have a tangible item. Professionals may not necessarily have a item that they can donate, so they'll donate a cash check that we're able to in turn write checks to the teachers. So this past school year, I'm going to go off memory here. I want to say their gift bags were valued at about, let's say, approximately $2,000 a piece, and they got checks for about $225. So each of those 25 teachers who were invited to a lunch, we were able to recognize them and just say thank you. And that's done through the generosity of the members of the Greater Key West Chamber of Commerce. They get everything from restaurant gift certificates, sunset sales, gift certificates for retail entities. So it really is just a great opportunity to say thank you. So many of these educators go above and beyond. They come out of their own pocket to supply, classroom supplies for our children. And it's really just the way that the members of the Greater Key West Chamber of Commerce can just say thank you for all of the hard work. We just actually had our education committee meeting this past Tuesday, got our plan in place for the 26-27 school year. We're looking forward to also, in addition to recognizing those 25 teachers through the generosity of our members, we will be sponsoring first-year teachers again this year. So we're waiting for the final tally to come from the school district once everything's settled down. And each of the first-year teachers in the Key West schools will all receive a $250 sponsorship towards their classroom to help them buy supplies that they need, especially when a lot of, individuals are coming fresh out of college. They have to get things for their classrooms. They're getting books and supplies, even just the creative stuff for their, billboards and different things that they have. They'll buy things for class reward incentives. That comes out of their pocket. So we're extremely happy and grateful for the generosity of our members to be able to continue with that program. And we have a future fundraiser possibly in mind to be able to continue donating to the Key West High School fashion show. So it's all about education. It's the way the chamber can, we're part of this community, and we look forward to being able to give back to education.
Absolutely. Well, again, it's Kerry Baker. She's Executive Director, Key West Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Keys, and thanks for all the contributions of the Greater Key West Chamber of Commerce towards education. It is greatly appreciated, I'm sure, by our school district. And the students feel the positive effects of it as well. Start of school means that Labor Day is just around the corner. Now becoming a tradition of Labor Day weekend is the barbecue rib battle. It looks like our 7th annual is coming up Sunday, September 6th on Ann Street. So let's talk about that. We've got a number of different opportunities to taste and test barbecue as they battle it out to vie for the best barbecue in the Keys.
Absolutely. So we are looking forward to our barbecue rib battle. As you mentioned, it is on Sunday, September the 6th. It's premier sponsor. That is First State Bank. We have Ocean Blue, Stanley Shaw Construction. there is a lot of activity going on that way. We have, I think as of right now, I think there's 13 participants. We have room for a couple of more, sides galore. So we have a whole bunch of our restaurants that are donating the sides. We've got everything from potato salad from Opal, coleslaw from Alonzo's, pasta salad coming from La Trattoria. We have baked beans. We have some key lime pie coming from Old Town Bakery. I know I'm missing a lot, but I'll put it out in our press release on that. But it is a great event. It's a local event right down here on Ann Street. Starts at noon. We're going to have a silent auction, of course, entertainment by you. And we're looking forward to the event this year.
Yeah, excellent. Well, we are as well. That is coming up Sunday, September 6th. Still a chance to register to compete as a grill master right on the website for Key West Chamber at keywestchamber.org. And then we have the business showcase. Now, that is a little bit later than tradition has been dictated before, but it is happening in October. Great opportunity to showcase your business to the rest of the business community and population at large, but it's happening in October this year.
It is. We had to move the show this year. I cannot thank the Beachside enough for their generosity in hosting that event for, I think the last 14 to 15 years. We're moving back to our original roots this year because the show originally started at the Casa Marina. But on October the 15th, the Casa Marina was able to help us out in a pinch and allow us to move the show over there this year. And we're looking forward to that. I think Tom and his team, Daniela, and everyone at the Casa. So we are looking forward to that event. We do still have exhibitor space available for that. It's an excellent opportunity for our business community to showcase their products and services to other business professionals, but as well as the residents in the community. So from 3 to 5, it'll be open to the public. And then 5:30 to 7:30 continues as a business after hours. Phenomenal networking event. We usually have about 300 to 350 people at the show. So it is a great opportunity. And again, if you're a new business, maybe an older business that's changed services, I run into businesses all the time that are doing more things now than maybe what they did when they opened up the doors 20 years ago. So it's a great opportunity to remind people what services that we have available here locally. And there's also nonprofits that will set up in that, and they're able to showcase the various services, as we just mentioned. One of them, the Wesley House, they all do a great job, and it's an opportunity and a platform for them to showcase their services.
Very good. Kerry Baker, Executive Director, Key West Chamber of Commerce on Good Morning Keys. And speaking of businesses, maybe give an update as far as how we're faring this year so far. Summer traditionally a slower time. We have noticed a little bit of lessened traffic around town over the past month or so. Businesses are still working through it, certainly with the help of the Key West Chamber of Commerce to guide them. But talk about what we're hearing as far as the business climate and the economy here as of late.
We're just coming off. We had Lobster Fest last weekend. So I think if anyone was downtown last weekend, especially, it was packed. There was a lot of people. It was a great event. So hands off to Eric and Mark for putting on that event. Now we're going to start seeing it. Business is going to start really dying off, and we're going to see kind of the dead of our off season. I do want to give a nice little shout out to Kelly and Kara and everyone over at the TDC. If you're not familiar with the reporting that they put out on their website, they have a lot of great information, and they actually put out a weekly performance snapshot that's very telling because it tells a little bit of a future outlook. So one of the things that we're seeing is, although occupancy is staying kind of steady, what we're seeing is on the reverse side of that, if you take the occupancy out of it, sales tax collection is down, which means their spend in the community is down. So there's different avenues and different eyes that you have to look at this through. But our downtown business community is definitely facing for some slow weeks coming up. I think that, we definitely see where our restaurants, a lot of our retail and stuff are reverting back to old method of having summer hours. So definitely check the hours of operation. You're going to see some of them that may close down for a week or two, especially during the month of September, go to shortened hours, just because the demand is not there. And, they have to outweigh the cost. Sometimes it is more affordable to actually be closed than it is to be open. I've had some reports from some of the retail entities, especially not even just on Duval Street, but the skirting streets. They've gone an entire day and it's been 4 or 5 o'clock before they're getting their first sales. So I think that if you really look at the sales tax collection, and that's not even just in Key West, that's for the entire county, it really does tell a story. So we are bracing ourselves for a summer, but the TDC is doing a fantastic job with our advertising and marketing. The outlook for forward bookings is strong. We have Fantasy Fest right around the corner. So, we always know that we've got to get through August and September. We get our little lifeline in October with Fantasy Fest. Then you have the boat races and then the holiday season. And then boom, we're back into season. So I always say it's very challenging for our businesses. They have to navigate sometimes and be tricky because they have to plan. And most of them that have been in business for a little while now know how to navigate around that. But it is still difficult. And you still have that uncertainty that, you're going to get the business that's going to carry you through the slower months.
Yeah. Well, and I just had the experience of hearing another discussion with the CEO of Visit Florida. And then, of course, Tourist Development Council works in conjunction with Visit Florida, and they
Absolutely.
are working very hard to continue to promote even the Florida Keys, as well as the entire state of Florida, as the number one tourist destination in the country. That is the state of Florida. But the point was made yesterday that the Tourist Development Council, now Visit the Florida Keys and Key West, has been recognized as being one of the leaders throughout the state as far as sustaining and promoting tourism, which we all know is a very big staple in our economy. So like you, I want to commend Kara and her entire staff over there for all that they do.
Absolutely,
ongoing.
Michael, because I think what most people don't realize too is they do so much more than just promoting the Florida Keys and Key West, because part of that money that is collected goes back into not only providing event funding, capital funding. So they're able to allocate money to many nonprofits that are able to do much needed repairs. The municipalities, they actually pay for the beach cleaning in Key West. So that tourism tax dollar goes back into our community. And it's one of the ways it's able to help offset some of the expenses that keeps our taxes down. So there is a trickle down effect to it, but they do a fantastic job. I'm not sure how many people are actually aware of the resources that are available on their website. So that's why I wanted to give that little plug too. If you haven't checked out the data that's there, it is extremely helpful. And I highly recommend businesses to do that. If you need help finding it, give me a call at the chamber and I'm happy to help you locate it on their website. We also have statistical data outside of that we share with our members as well. But there is a lot of great information. The chamber is here to help the business community. Anything that we can do, we have an open door policy, and I'm happy to answer questions and even lead you to the right direction on who may be able to, help you as well.
Yeah, and I don't want to misquote, but off the top of my head, I believe the stat was that tourism saves the residents of Monroe County about $11,000 a year in taxes. I believe that was the number, but it's a significant.
It sounds right. They have a really good fact sheet on that shows actually how much money is put back into the community. So it's fantastic. And like I always say, we're all partners. It's all a trickle down effect. And it's all what makes every mechanism work, because the livelihood of our businesses and their success, that's how they're able to be generous to our community. That's how they're able to be generous in supporting these nonprofits and all of the service groups and helping put on events. If they have a strong season, that's more money that they're able to put back into our community, which benefits us all. So, we're all in this together. We're one community. And I think, it's important that we recognize that.
Yeah, and occasionally you'll hear some of the locals grumble about the traffic and the tourists who are, pedaling slow down the street, whatever. I for one, try to always be courteous and give them a good experience and increase the likelihood of them coming back, because without them, it would be a totally different story here in the Keys.
Absolutely. I always tell people it takes nothing to be nice and just simply say hello.
Right.
It doesn't. And honestly, me, myself, it makes me feel better when I'm happy. And I had the pleasure of speaking to a couple that was visiting last weekend that was here from St. Augustine. They've been coming out. It's their 5th trip. And every year and every trip, they've brought additional couples, which have brought more people. Being from St. Augustine, we talked about that being our sister city. And they were just so appreciative for someone to actually just stop and say hello. And they looked like they needed a little bit of help. And I was happy to do that. And it's just, I think we're all ambassadors. If we're happy and we're friendly, that is what we're known for. And that's what put us on the map. And that's usually when you talk to our visitors, especially people that have moved here, it's usually about the experience. Yes. They remember the experience and they remember how the wonderful people of Key West made them feel.
Yeah, I'll tell you one quick story as an aside. At trivia night last night, we do a live broadcast every Thursday, and so there was a group of couples there from Columbus, Ohio. One was celebrating their 10-year anniversary. They had gotten married here. The other couple was 10 years married, got married here. They'd been coming back regularly, etc. And he started asking me questions and talking about how he grew up listening to radio. So I actually put him on the air and interviewed him, and he turned to his wife and he said, I really enjoyed that. And it was, just another small memory that doesn't take much to make people really feel special and appreciated. So
absolutely. I used to love listening to the radio with my daughter in the morning. She used to like to listen to the birthday patrol. So you'd hear everyone shout out on the birthdays on a sister station. But I'm just saying, we used to listen to the radio and it was just like our talk time. Sometimes as a parent, when your kids are in the car, that's your talk time. And, music comes on. My daughter will tell everyone that I love every song because I'd be like, oh, I love this song. So well, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for everything again that you do. We look forward to seeing you at our barbecue rib battle on the 6th. And I look forward to seeing everyone come out and enjoy some barbecue.
Yes, indeed. Well, do go to the Chamber website. There's so many resources there, so many networking opportunities. The general meeting coming up August 26th. FBI cybersecurity is the topic. That is one that will be fascinating, no doubt about it. So, Kerry, I know that your time is precious. We'll let you go. Thank you so much for being here and all that you do for our community as well.
Thank you, Marco. Have a great day.
Yes, you do the same. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye now. Kerry Baker, she's Executive Director, Greater Key West Chamber of Commerce on Good Morning Keys. We return in just a moment.
If you're on vacation to relax and have fun, we have an app for that. The Greenhouse carries products that can help you reconnect with your inner child, dance with confidence, reduce stress, and we have others that'll help you relax with a good night's sleep.
Whether you're a cannabis connoisseur or just canna curious, our team of highly trained bud tenders are here to help you reach all your vacation goals.
Just dance your way into one of our many locations and share your goals with one of our highly trained bud tenders. All product recommendations come with a money-back guarantee, no medical card needed. You just have to be 21 or older.
I tried the Greenhouse Guarantee, 100% satisfaction or your money back, and I'm still smiling.
The Greenhouse. We spell it with 3 E's so that you can't say it without smiling. If smiling is your goal today, then type the word green with 3 E's into your browser and find the Greenhouse that's closest to you.
Stop on by and say hi.
We're up and down the Florida Keys and other parts of South Florida.
Are you frustrated by weight gain even though you constantly diet? Do you have low energy or always feel tired? It could be hormonal imbalance. Hormonal imbalances, especially as we age, can be the cause of depression, weight gain, mood swings, decreased libido, and many other chronic conditions. At Keys Med Spa, we have helped thousands of women and men regain their hormonal balance with BioT, bioidentical hormone optimization therapy, and the results are life-changing. Keys Med Spa BioT hormone therapy is safe, effective, painless, and affordable. And the big difference at Keys Med Spa, this is all overseen by renowned Dr. Peterson, who has had a medical practice in the Keys for over 27 years. Cool sculpting, Botox, skin treatments, BioT hormone therapy, and more. Dr. Peterson and his team are here to help you maintain your youthful glow and vitality. To see if BioT hormone therapy is right for you, call Keys Med Spa today at 305-587-9183.
Get ready to laugh out loud with the Greenhouse Giggles. Brought to you by the Greenhouse Dispensaries of Florida. Monday through Friday, it's a hand-picked lineup of timeless TV comedy that guarantees smiles, chuckles, and full-on giggles. Each episode features legendary performers like Red Skelton, Bob Hope, The Three Stooges, Betty White, George Burns, Milton Berle, Dick Van Dyke, and so many more. So catch the giggles for Greenhouse Giggles, weekdays 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Sponsored by the Greenhouse, here on Keys Living TV.
If it's happening in the Keys, you will hear about it here. This is Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
And Good Morning Keys, Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5. The Talk of the Keys, the 14th of August, and a busy Friday it is. 86 degrees on our way to 91 with a 20% chance of a shower or a thunder shower. Could have some rain on Saturday. Sunday looking pretty clear. So we're going to say good morning to Jim Marquardt. He is running for Utility Board Seat A. Good morning to you, Jim.
Good morning. Good morning.
And you are running for Key West City Utility Board, Seat A. It's a nonpartisan position, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So everybody can vote for that in terms of.
Everybody from 7 Mile Bridge down.
Okay, perfect. So that would mean mainly, yeah, so that's exclusively for early voting at the Stock Island supervisor election offices.
Right. And again, they're going to be open tomorrow, Saturday,
Okay, yes, till 5. It's
till 5.
8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. I was reviewing some of the numbers earlier. Oh yeah, it just got updated again as of 8:50. They're right on that, but early voting opened at 8:30 this morning. We are at, according to this, 3,020 participants in early voting. Returns vote by mail 6,069 to date, making the turnout 16.66%. But you too are emphasizing for people to get out and vote early.
Definitely. We need a strong turnout on the 18th. This election is so important. And just to remind everybody, I'm Jim Marquardt, candidate for Keys Energy Utility Board Seat A, and I've been really proud to call Key West home since 1988 or 1999. And I'm asking for your vote on August 18th, Tuesday. You know, our utility is one of the most important services in our community, and we need leadership that listens to ratepayers, makes responsible financial decisions and plans for the future, all while keeping affordability in mind. And my commitment is simple: transparency, accountability, and a strong voice for the residents and businesses we serve. Simple as that. And Wednesday, we had the preliminary budget hearing at Keys Utility. And true to form, the meeting started at 4 and it was over at 5.
Oh, wow. Huh.
So there's a couple more readings, et cetera, et cetera. But for the first time, Tim Urbanski was sitting next to me, and he asked a question, and they allowed public input. So we've made some progress.
And so that's not traditionally been the case then.
No, there's no public input till decisions are made. And at the very end, right before they adjourn the meeting, public input, but it has no effect on the decisions that are made. But he did bring up a really good point that for the next 5 years, they're planning on new customers flat. And his point was, how can you be new customers flat when you have, et cetera, all the ROGOs coming in, the 100 here, 100 there. One of the board members said that was a really good point. And the response from the gentleman presenting to Keys Energy was, well, we have coming and going. So we keep it flat. But, you know, it was the very first time. And the chair, Steve Wells, said, yeah, we can allow public input. And so that was the very first time ever. So that running, Tim and I running for, we've been very vocal about that. Public input.
Jim Marquardt is running for Utility Board Seat A in the city of Key West. It's Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the Talk of the Keys. And as you said, the Utility Board represents energy consumers from Key West up to the 7 Mile Bridge.
Yeah, including No Name Key, Big Pine Key. But I don't know if new listeners or what, a little bit about me. I've been a Key West resident since 1999. I'm the vice chair of INS for the Lodging Association of the Florida Keys and Key West, past board member of the Key West Attractions Association. I'm a graduate of Leadership Monroe, graduate of the Key West Ambassadors Academy, and most recently the Monroe County Sheriff's Office Police Academy, which I highly recommend. I spent decades working with our community, our businesses, and our organizations. And I understand how important reliable and affordable utilities are to the people who live and work here. I mean, energy is number one. It's right up there with water. So it's important that the public is informed and allowed to see what's happening with the decisions that's going to affect their every single day life.
Mm-hmm. And Jim, also, you are very accomplished even prior to serving as the general manager of the Gardens. And even prior to being here in the Keys, you talked a little bit last time about a pretty extensive background in telecommunications management and working for some very well-known and major media companies, but that led you to a lot of different places domestically and internationally as well. Those experiences gave you some other perspectives to draw upon.
Yeah, I worked for ABC, NBC. The signal companies is what took me around the world. I worked for intellectual copyright law in New York City for broadcast television. But I've always said anybody who is an elected United States representative should have to live abroad, not in a luxury way, but in a working environment. You'll see how wonderful America is. But other countries, we don't have to recreate things here. Other countries are doing that. Like I've said before, Holland, Dubai, uh, Switzerland are very advanced in many things, including pedestrian biking. We could learn a lot from biking here. Chris Hamilton has his finger on that in our city. But yeah, I won a Rocky Mountain Emmy. I used to judge student films for the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences in Los Angeles. I didn't win a Tony, but I've been to the Tonys.
Wow. Well, there's a lot in your background that we're not fully aware of, but quite accomplished, and I admire that greatly. It's Jim Marquardt.
Thank you.
He is Utility Board Seat A contender. And again, we've got early voting going on today and tomorrow at the supervisor elections office. In this case, it would be the Stock Island office for the Utility Board Seat A voting. That is 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. today and tomorrow. You must get your mail-in ballot in by Tuesday deadline, and then we have a full day of voting available again on Tuesday. But this race will be decided as of Tuesday. Calling it a primary is a little bit misleading.
Yes, it will. And a lot of feedback I've been getting is, where do I go? Precincts voting places have changed a little bit, and I know I've been posting the link to get to supervisor of elections to find your precinct. Mine, I live in Bahama Village, District 6, as far as the city district, but it moved from the Martin Luther King pool to the Frederick Douglass gym right across the street from my house. The commute's horrible, but I have a link on there for the 17 precincts on my website. I know Sarah Compton's been very proactive in that, and Marilyn Kellner, who's a very active citizen, have been trying to get that word out of where to go, where to vote. But, early voting is so important because it's a weekend, and we only had like 100 votes last Saturday and 101 or 102 on Sunday. So this Saturday, if we can get the early voters out, because you never know what's going to happen on election day. Is it going to rain? Is it going to pour? Is the kids going to be sick? Are you going to have to go to the hospital? Anything could happen. And I'm a big one about not procrastinating, getting it done now, if it can be done now. And so I really encourage people to get out to the Stock Island supervisor of elections. It's just right past the Botanical Garden entrance. Super easy, lots of parking, easy in and out. Super nice people. The team out there is so wonderful and helpful. But if you can get there Saturday, get out there and early vote, then you don't have to worry about it on Tuesday. You'll probably see me driving around in my red Bronco, honking at everybody, waving to everybody, because I can't be everywhere at once. And I think there's going to be a bike parade too. Bike parade with some voters, I heard at one of the meetings I was at. So look for them. That will be fun.
That will be. Well, again, we thank you for making this commitment to our community as you are seeking Utility Board Seat A, City of Key West, and it is, you're saying, empowering Key West with visionary leadership. You can find out more. Jim Marquardt for Utility Board Seat A, and Key West and the Lower Florida Keys. So, Jim, anything else you'd like to say to the potential voters at this particular time?
Yes, just remember my name. I'm third from the end.
Third
from the end of the ballot. And if you believe in transparency, responsible spending, and giving ratepayers a stronger voice, I would certainly appreciate your voice. Jim Marquardt, Keys Energy Utility Board Seat A on Tuesday or tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jim, for being here.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
again
Very
for
welcome. Thank you.
your commitment to our community here and for making the commitment to seek public office. We will see you very soon, I'm sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Take care. Bye now. Jim Marquardt. He is running for Utility Board Seat A on Good Morning Keys. Good morning to you. We are getting set for the rest of the broadcast day here. And again, we will have live election results on Tuesday night, joined by Joe Moore from US 1 Radio. We're also going to be joined by John Bardis. Will be alongside as well. So we're looking forward to that coverage as well. And Hometown Key West will be alongside as well. So it's going to be a full night. We'll be looking forward to bringing you that coverage live. For the rest of the day, though, we always bring you breaking news as soon as it happens, local, state, national news at least every half hour, as well as weather around the clock. It's all here to keep you engaged and informed on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. And Glenn Beck is next. Thank you for listening.